Yes! Here we go!
Yes, let's get right into it. In today's show, this is Short Thoughts. As we always do at the Short Thought, we discuss commonplace situations and trending topics. Um, RJ, we're just gonna start right away with the first topic. Sean Kingston and mother are charged with federal fraud. Federal fraud. The feds got to them. They are facing about up to 20 years for $1 million in wire fraud. $1 million. They are charged with, let me see real quick. It's six charge. There's six counts. Five of them are wire frauds, and the other is conspiracy, if I'm not mistaken. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Yes, and five are actual wire frauds.
Yeah, we covered this in a previous.
Hey man, Sean has fallen off, man. This is crazy. It's crazy. They'll take the picture, the worst pictures of you when you're fucked up.
It's not that they'll take the worst picture; they'll publish the worst one.
Which one does it look the worst?
Yeah.
At the moment. Anyway,
Well, we talked about this like not so long ago, right? Like 2 months ago,
May. In May we talked about it,
in
yes.
May. So okay, 3 months, and it was a surprise because no one. It's not like he was broadcasting what he was doing, but
In these days, I wouldn't put that past anyone, but guys, somehow he's scamming people. You want to
yeah.
join
So
in?
nah, but it's
Sad story, man.
sad story. What started as a summer hit and it is ending at least or turning into a very sad story, a very sad ending to what could have been a very promising career. Sean Kingston, of course, had the I don't know what the song's called, but it's like the shouties in my memory.
He, he
Forgot
had a couple of them. Now you're saying because that's one of them. You have also beautiful girl.
yeah,
Yes, a
beautiful
beautiful-
girls. Another one. I was
couple
gonna
of hits.
say, yeah, he had a couple, but it was like his time. For whatever reason, it didn't pan out, and at least not. Maybe it panned out, but he wanted more. Maybe the label took more than he expected. The labels, and so he thought, "Hey, if they can do it, what they can do, I can do better."
Well,
But then, too,
this is
if you do dumb things, you if you do stupid things, you win stupid prizes.
yeah, I do agree on
So
that.
you and your mom are faced with federal fraud charges. It's not gonna end well for them.
The Feds have a pretty high conviction rate, so it's not looking good for the guy. I think this is what you get when you live beyond your means. You're trying to portray a life that you cannot afford. One thing I think people can learn from this is when use your money to invest in the right things and not try to appear rich. Invest and build slowly and surely, and then you can maybe you won't be able to live like your, let's call them, celebrity friends, but you can prolong your financial situation, live maybe just a level below it but still high enough, because what you usually see is that these rappers have their time, these singers have their time. You have to extract as much money as possible during that period and then use that money to generate more money in the future. If
Yeah,
you look at, for example, guys like Vanilla Ice, he's making bank still because he reinvested the money in properties and different businesses. On the other hand, you have people like MC Hammer who blew 50 million or 40 million, and he's now, I don't know where he is.
yeah.
Maybe it's not as, this is the thing. You have to be very careful how you spend your money. It's just like, it's like the athlete life.
You know what? KR, the difference between having like a regular job that pays well or a business that pays well versus being a celebrity is that celebrity is about the flashing lights. As you know, that life is about the fame. It is about how people perceive you. What's great about J. Cole is that J. Cole has a very down to earth, whatever he feels like, whatever he can grab first, he'll put on type of vibe. And so that's his brand. So that's to his advantage because when they see him biking through town, no one's going to think, oh, this guy doesn't have money. It's just his brand. But if your brand is flashiness, and I do believe that that's what pop stars are, because he was a pop star for a brief period of time. Um, it's about the flashing lights, and so it's about appearing rich and appearing successful, wearing designer clothes, and so on and so forth. I was watching a video of uh, uh, YouTuber, live streamer that I like to watch, and I want to give a shout out to him as well. Of course, I'm talking about Anton Daniels. I thought you were. I knew you were. I did it.
Remember his name.
I did it.
Shout out to him though, Anton. He's a great streamer.
Yeah. No, no, but I was listening to him. I like listening to his business takes,
Hmm.
and I subscribe to his, at least what he his philosophy. I subscribe to that as well. It's not his philosophy; it's just a philosophy that he lives by. But he says it's, you need to live below your means, and even be willing to live a bit uncomfortably for a period of time in order to get your things together, get the right cards in your hand to start making the necessary moves to win. It requires patience, it requires persistence, and it requires a clear vision. You won't be able to do that if you have people in your life who do not subscribe to that philosophy. If you have people in your life, and sometimes, KR, it can be your own family members, right?
And be your own wife. That you talked about it the last show on
Yeah,
Monday
it can be your own
during the
wife.
Reddit story.
Yeah, during the Reddit story of last Monday's show, we talked about it. Go check it out, guys. But it can be your own wife. It can be your own mother.
Your kids.
It can be your kids.
Idiots are everywhere.
Yeah. And so it's up to you to say no. This is the life that we're gonna live, and this is how we're gonna do it.
Be a leader or be a
Unfor-
pawn.
yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't. It's very frustrating at times to see how people throw their lives away because of things like this. And sometimes, KR, it's not even the money that's the problem, right? It's the prestige in people's eyes. So if people are if people are accustomed to seeing you in your prime with all the cars and all the money, you're afraid that all the cars and all the designer clothes and all the jewelry, you're afraid that they'll start saying, "Oh, we're not hearing. Not only, oh, we're not hearing from you anymore, but oh, he's wearing the same clothes as he did last week. Oh, he still has the same car of 10 years ago that was hot and popping 10 years ago. He still has it. Doesn't he have the money to buy a new one?" So it's that fear of what others think of you that sometimes make you do stupid things as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about situation of people find themselves in. It's in that case you're living not for yourself but for others. But okay. But yeah, that you're trapped. You're trapped in a situation. You trap yourself in that way. Um, you have to be smarter, man. And otherwise, I mean, this is not the first guy who got caught with fraud charges. We've seen G Herbo getting caught for scamming a number of rappers, and that tells you a lot about rappers and the income. The money is not that good if you're a rapper. You probably make more money touring around. If you don't tour, you don't make money. Um, and probably these days, probably even better to be a streamer than to be a rapper. So, um, yes, let's go to the second topic, man. It's good luck to this guy right here because
Um,
and his mom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good luck to both because they'll need it. They'll definitely need it. Okay, let's go to the second story of today, which is Granddad predicts that his grandson will be a number one pick. Who do you think we're talking about, RJ?
Granddad predicts that his grandson will be number one NBA pick. Are we talking about LeBron James?
No, let's see. Let's see who we're talking about, man.
Okay.
Don't let that happen again. Number one pick right here. Trust me when I tell you. Triple B's finna run loose. I go, don't let that happen again.
Fair
Number
use.
one pick right here. Trust me when I tell you. Triple B's finna run loose.
Legendary dad, man. You cannot have a better hype man
LeVar
than
Ball.
LeVar Ball, man. This man upped his son up to the I think was it the first round? The younger one?
This is number one or number two pick.
No, yeah. So do you think it's a good thing that he's hyping his his grandson? He can barely walk. He can never barely dribble a ball. It's already number one pick.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. The only thing that LeVar got right was that the youngest son is the best NBA player, and he's right
He
because
might be he might be he
Melo
might,
Ball.
he might be on the second row. The second one. The
I mean,
grandson. It's gonna be
hey,
the best, the second best one.
shoot enough rounds, you're bound to hit somebody. So,
Well, that's what they say, right? About getting people pregnant. But okay.
well, that's what he said. He said the Triple B is gonna run loose, right? So, I don't know. Hey, he's
Hey, big shout out to LeVar, man. I
yeah,
love. So the thing is this, right? A lot of people criticized him for what he did. I think this is what you do as a dad. You hype up your kids. Try to get them in the best position possible. Um, and you see that also with LeBron right now. He doesn't hype up his kid. He makes sure the kid gets drafted, and then he sits on the bench for 4 million a year
yeah.
with a heart deficiency. But um,
I think that the difference between LeBron and LeVar is that LeBron has a track record of being great. He's still playing at an elite level. So that's like unheard of the way he's playing. He still looks in shape. He's like in shape. He puts a lot of money in his body. So he invests in his body. And you can see it. What's important to you is what you invest in. And he invests in his body. So um, the difference is that LeVar talks the talk, and he is a good marketing man. But what he also did was put a bullseye on, especially Lonzo Ball's back, because he was number two. The number one started playing well later on, or at least better. But people called him a bust. Then he started picking up his game, but he was injured a lot, and it was known
still
that
is, by the way, right?
what?
He still is injured, right?
Uh, no, Fultz, Markel Fultz, which was the first one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
you talk about Alonso.
No, Lonzo was number two, but those two were. I think Lonzo was only number two because of the hype, because Markel Fultz was playing well, but he just didn't transition well at the beginning. He picked it up later on, but Lonzo Ball had like short spurts, so he would have like short spurt of amazing basketball, and then he would get injured. So that's his legacy. The third pick of that year was um, not Jalen Brown, the other Celtic player. What's his name? Deuce is his son. Jason Tatum was the third one.
Okay.
So yeah. So it's like drafting is always like an art, right? So who do you pick? But I do think that LeVar only got second place because of the dad hyping him up.
Then you did your part as a dad, to be
You
honest.
did your part as a
It's
dad.
up to him then to show that he's worth that too.
That's true. That
This-
yeah.
He landed this kid where he needed to be.
But
Hey, son, now it's up to you. I cannot play for you.
yeah, well, yes and no. He landed. He made sure his kid got drafted higher than he would have been probably. But was that really to his benefit? And that's the only doubt I have in Bronny. Because I do think that if you play with high competition, you get
You improve. You
you'll
improve.
improve for sure. So Bronny's gonna improve for sure. But the only thing is that two things. One, living up to his dad's legacy, that's gonna be like a very difficult task. I think it's gonna be impossible to be honest. Bryce, which is the younger son, I think is gonna be better. I think he will transition better. I remember seeing him as a with his glasses, young, a bit chubby, and Bronny was like fit. He's the oldest, so of course. But then I remember him transitioning. So Bryce transitioning is like taller, I believe, than Bronny, athletic as well. So I think he's gonna and he's got a meanness to him, a toughness to him. So I think that he's gonna transition better.
And
Uh,
you should
uh,
transition into becoming the meta world piece of the pre-meta world piece, that type of player. Like,
well, I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll just say this. If LeBron tells me that his grandson will play, if LeBron tells us that his great 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 grandson will play in the NBA, will be the last pick in the NBA draft in a couple of generations, I'll put my money on that bet on those chances more than this ball getting into the
okay, let's see. We have 18 years of broadcasting to go. So we'll see in 18 years. We'll see. We'll see. We'll
I'm
pick
putting
this
my
up.
money on LeBron.
I'm putting my money on ball.
Wow.
Always. B.
Big
Ball
big
and
dollar
brand.
bread.
you, you you have to think for a second before you miss.
I was
You
gonna
miss
say
that.
something crazy,
So that
man.
was legendary. That was a legendary time. Big baller brand shoes, man.
Big ball
What
defense,
a time.
as Cat Williams would call it.
Hey, talking about deviants, man. Talking about deviants. Let me share this next topic, man. Uh a tourist in Las Vegas ended up being a $1,000 trick turned into a 120,000 loss. An unidentified man met a high-priced escort identified as Maya Meleshki after a night of gambling at the Bellagio Hotel and Casino located in the glizzy Las Vegas Strip. The next morning, the man woke up in his bed and discovered Meleshki was gone. So was his $85,000 Rolex, $30,000 gold necklace, and a $3,000 in cash. The man reported the incident to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Surveillance footage showed the initial meeting and then Meleshki exiting the hotel wearing a large gold chain, watch, and everything around it, the police report. A warrant had been issued for her arrest earlier this month, and she was caught and booked into the Clark County Detention Center. She has been charged with grand larceny and burglary processing of stolen property. Seems like people are a bit uncareful when dealing with ladies of the night in Las Vegas because there's been this is the I mean there have been multiple stories about this situation. Uh, RJ,
Yeah,
people
you know, it's
by night workers.
what?
And I said there have been also stories about people in Las Vegas getting deleted by night workers. So
So the Godfather, rest his soul, one time broke down.
we're talking about not the Godfather that was played in the movie. He's talking about Kevin Samuels, I guess. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Kevin Samuels broke it down once in a way that I didn't think of it, because he's saying, of course, like everything, there are levels, and you do have high level ladies. Well, these are more escorts that you pay, but you give them like really the girlfriend treatment, but they are very, very high level, and they are very, very discreet. And but even you can even bring them to parties because they are often well spoken, and they understand their role there. So they will try to make you look good, and say, hey, do you know that, after knowing who you are, they can even help smoothen your networking, etc. So these are like very, 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 very elite.
Yes, they're
uh,
not 4,000.
yeah,
There's 5,000 a night, 6, 8.
maybe didn't look up the prices. In any case, what I think, I'm just saying. And then you have the trashy ones, and so these are
1,500.
that's where
The
you want
other ones you find with a needle in the arm while you're doing your bit.
a needle, stuck in one arm, and a baby in the other.
Oh my, oh my god. Yo, this dude is sick. Yo, what the heck? What the heck are you talking about? God damn it. Oh man. Yeah, you have these types of people, $1,000.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Do you think this is irresponsible spending? You're out here running around with an $85,000 Rolex and you're flashing it to $1,000 trick. Come on, man. What do you think? You're giving her a reason to steal from you.
yeah. So it's yeah, what's the saying? You lay with dogs, you wake up with,
Fleeces.
yeah. So that's what happens basically. It's you always run the risk, and that's the consequences of living that, say, the quote unquote, I don't know if you can call it a fast life, but it's the idea. A lot of times, KR, people forget one thing. They think that because that women like them more because they're more handsome, but that's not the case. They have money, and so the women that they attract with money are women that are only interested in them for the money. And but in their mind, they're thinking that they're more attractive. They're thinking that they really want him. That it's like a fair transaction, where that's absolutely not the case. And so you want to play like a big boss, walk around, take the banner. You can walk around and you know play like the big boss, play like you are the Godfather, the different God, the like the not the Kevin Samuels Godfather, but the Corleone Godfather, and you'll get got.
You will. 120,000.
Yeah.
Gone in a weekend, in a night actually, for
Yeah.
$1,000. That means this is when you when you lose it all for pennies on a dollar. Probably you probably skidded after 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yo, this is
Uh,
crazy.
I was
Not
about to
only
say. I was about to say. Let's hope he got something.
he
Let's hope.
got his money's worth.
Let's hope she didn't say let's do it in the morning because
Hey man, let's close out today's show with the final situation. Fair use. This was what happened in New Hampshire
I saw this
last
video.
week.
Is it recent? Yo.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Let me play this again. Fair use.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, because there was a music playing in the background. I can't play the
Oh,
music.
okay. Yo.
This is crazy. They tried to get the boat back up. Yeah, imagine you're in the boat, RJ.
Yeah. You. I then did. What did you say? Imagine.
Imagine you're in that boat.
Yo, I would be scared. So I know. So those are. That's a whale.
That's a will, yeah.
But I think is that a killer whale? Not a
No,
killer whale. It's not a killer whale. It's one of the whales that eat like
that's a random.
plankton and stuff.
I think it's called a. Let me see.
But they're not. What I want to say is that they're not like a direct danger to human beings. So they don't attack.
The humpback whales.
Okay, so they don't attack human beings. So they don't see them as prey. But hey, you play around. I mean, it's to the
Killer
whale.
whales are also known as orcas.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why. Yeah. So when I said killer whale, I was like, no, that's not it. But they're not a danger to human beings.
No, they're not. Well,
In the sense that they're not trying to.
trying to hunt you.
They're not trying to hunt you, but they are a danger in the sense that if they play around,
They can pop up and show niggas. Hey, here's another one. Here's another one, actually. Here's another one situation. I got that on video though. It just hit the wall. Are you fair use?
Oh my god!
They almost went to the gulag. These people are in there. So this is the thing, right? It seems like because she's not the only boat, and also with the previous one that they weren't the only boat. So these people hang around the, let's say the places
Yeah.
where these whales are. So this is a risk you're willingly taking.
it's called whale watching. I think
Whale
I
watch.
would I would do it, but the only way that I would do it is if there are also other boats around. Indeed, because you need to be, well, shore is a big word.
There's no shore here. But the only shore you see is at the coastline. If you can see it.
Yeah, but I do wanna. I would like to do it. Seems like a good, like a fun activity to go whale watching.
Make
What
sure
I
you
don't
don't swim.
understand, what I don't understand, however, is shark diving, the cage diving. I don't get that, but
Hey, everyone has their own things. They
that's
are
something I won't do when I'm in Australia. That's for sure.
Won't you swim with the shark like those professionals do? Hold his fin. Free Willy.
The only shark that I'll swim with is the dolphin that I called shark. So when I name a dolphin shark, I'll swim with that shark, but no other shark.
One of the interesting things that have been happening in the last few months is there seems to be a game that orcas are playing. So the killer whales. Seems like they have they are starting to play games relating to certain size of boats, and they try to push them around. And it seems like they are teaching each other as well. So this is something that has been developing the last, I think, 12 months, 6 to 12 months.
You said killer whales.
Yes, those are the ones, the orcas.
Killer whales are a threat to human beings.
Well, they play around. They play a lot. They are very smart. They can attack you. Yes,
They hunt
they hunt.
animals.
Yes, yes.
Human beings.
Not really that much, unless
They
unless
don't
you try
hunt
to
them,
jerk them off.
but if they're hungry,
No, unless you try to jerk them off constantly, then they're gonna hunt you. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's a joke. That's
But
a
then you need to go under the whale then.
it's a telecom joke.
But
For
then you
those
would need
who
to
don't
go under the whale.
Telecom is the biggest killer there was in Waterworld. I think it's Waterworld. It's called the Water, something like that, where it's the killer whale that killed the most people in captivity, and he was known to be the one they jerked off for semen to procreate with the other whales. So
You're literally talking about jerking off.
yeah,
Let's close it through here, man. Let's close it there.
that's
No,
why
but
I said they only attack you when
sometimes
you
I
when
ask
you
myself,
jerk.
how you know all these sick information?
I know a lot. I know a lot. So you ask me, how do I know that these killer whales are now attacking boats or playing? That's actually they are calling it they are playing, because it's mainly the younglings that are doing this as well. Hey,
Alright.
I read a lot, man. I just know a lot. I just know that they were jerking off Telecom and he went crazy. He tried to kill everyone. Stop jerking me, bitch.
Post nut spasms.
Hey, let's wrap it up, man.
Guys, hey,
Maybe
let us
I'll
know your
kill it,
thoughts and opinions
though.
on the topics we talked about. Really appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, share the video. Don't forget to check us out on our other socials as well. And if you're going to comment, let's keep it civil. Let's have a healthy conversation. Until next time.
Peace. If you put it put in the comments, R.I.P. Telecom. Oh man.